All right, YouTube, back in the shop. Got the piece in the cradle and stuff. So what we're gonna do is work on getting these end caps put in. Um, we dabbed, we created our dabs over our rivets. Did all of that, installed the rivets. You guys saw the last video. Got really frustrated. And it is a stupid mistake that I made in the videos, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Well, we'll talk about that now. So there's this thing they call them plans, and we have to admit our faults and our mistakes because we're human, right? And I've said it time and time again that if something doesn't fit, now plans, here's the plans. If something doesn't fit, then you're doing something wrong. So the other day I was in here and I literally got really frustrated trying to get this piece to fit in here, right? And I was like, oh, I can't get it to fit. It won't fit. It won't fit. It won't fit. Nothing's right. And you can see, the mess with ProSeal. I had ProSeal mixed up, everything. Yeah, there's a reason why this piece doesn't fit. It's not supposed to go there. This is the piece that needs to go there, and then you have the bigger and another piece on top of it, which are these guys down here. Sometimes we get in our hubris, we get arrogant. We think we know more. And like I said, if you are putting together the Vans RV10, I can speak to that, and something doesn't fit, then you are definitely doing something wrong. So needless to say, I kind of jacked this piece up thinking that maybe it was, I just jacked up. This is going whoop, over there to the wall of shame is where this is going. So I got another one ordered. Luckily, Vans owed me some parts from the thing, so they just included it in there. You have to pay for it. They don't give it to you for free for your screw up. But so that's coming, and that's actually for the other one. So today, now that we got our head on straight, and as I tell my grandson, I've squared myself up here. We're gonna get this guy installed. We'll do this, and then who knows? We might have some time to get this guy down here installed. This is a little bit more complex because not only do we have to install this piece, but then we have these pieces that have to go in as well. And then when we're done with that, then we have to install these pieces. As you can see, I don't even have these riveted together, but I wanted to get in here and have some success for this week. So I want to get this guy done. Now this is going to be, this is the end. And so because it is the end piece, we have to really, really, secure, make sure that this is all sealed up because we don't want fuel leaking out the end of our system. In the center, it matters in the sense that you don't want to give the fuel an egress point. And so you seal that up. But as you can see at the very bottom, there's no rivet holes down here. So here I went ahead and sealed them real good because I don't want fuel getting in there and then working its way up or wicking itself up through a capillary action. So I sealed those. And this, I don't know if you really have to, it's just me. So those are all sealed. And I even if you look at my last videos, you'll remember there was a time where I had a couple more that had to do it. So, but it's very, very important more important, because this is an end piece. So we got to get this sealed. So I'll get this all cleaned up, get it prepped, get the part ready to go, and then we will get this sealed, get this piece on, and yeah, we'll just see what we get done today. Well, hello YouTube. All right, so we got this outer rib in and Cleco, or not Cleco, but ProSealed in. And as you can see, did another inch, half-inch ribbon all the way around. So that's sealed in. I did proceed to get one of these done. Yeah, it's not pretty, but it's functional. So this is the rib, the sending unit, all of that, all of the fuel return and out, and then the vent line there. Got all that ProSealed in. Of course, covered the whole part all the way around instead of just the rivets, rivet under it. Now, I will tell you, was able to, so for these guys here, I haven't done this part yet, so I can show you. So for these guys here, I use, because it's a small rivet, and they tell you, so if you void your warranty, don't tell them I told you to do this. It's totally up to you. But these are the smaller rivets, the 426s. Pretty lightweight. Yeah, I don't think you can squeeze them with your hand. But so I used my dimpler. Now, they tell you the dimpler is not made or should not be used as a rivet. So I used my dimpler, put a flat set in there, and was able to do them no problem. Able to reach. I wasn't not able to reach with this guy with my squeezer going inside. Now, the other thing is I tried to use my squeezer. Now on these, you use the 474-5. So these are the rounded head rivets. And they actually go, this is the outside here, this is the inside. So they go through like that. Now, unless you cut your set down, your set, or my set, wasn't able, when it squeezed, this wasn't able to be far enough away from here, so it was catching on here. And the other thing is it just quality. I just didn't like it. So I went ahead and mounted this into my clamp using a block of wood, of course, and then I bucked these in place. Now you might be able to do them differently. You might be able to squeeze your tails here. I ended up bucking them. I felt it was so much easier. All right. So that was on both of them. Now, granted, I've got the Fly EFI system. So I need a return. I need a fuel send and a fuel return. So that's why I have two. When you get your RV, you're probably only going to have the send, right? Which is this guy here. All right. So I had a double problem. So that was the first thing. So first, use your dimpler if you've got one to go ahead and compress those rivets. You could absolutely do that. And then your squeezer, you're going to run into some problems if you use the standard sets. You can modify the set so it will clear this edge. And when I say clear the edge, it's going to want to come down kind of like that, and it won't. And so it will come off at an angle. And so you can shave your set down to do it, or you can just buck it. I found bucking actually was easier. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else to share with you guys, but that was the main one. Obviously, you need to make sure you ProSeal both sides of your part. So I ProSealed this part, this side, sat it down, let it ooze out. And then if you guys see, you can't see because I got it covered, but I can pick it up. It's dry or drying, and I made sure. Yeah, it's not beautiful by no stretch of the means, but it's functional. It works. So make sure that you have all of those ProSealed up. One of the things too, I guess you could put a rag. To me, it was just more of a pain in those thread holes. I just passed a rag through it afterwards to clear those out. ProSeal is, even though it's solid or dries solid, it is a rubber kind of gasket material, so you can still thread it. Oh no, I got ProSeal on my hands. Oh yeah, I forgot I touched this up a little bit. I found a little thing. So the way that I operate, especially with this ProSeal, is I go until, now obviously there's no need to cover up the top, but I cover the whole part, the bottom part. That way I know I got a good thing of ProSeal down. I want to make sure that I didn't, when I ran my finger through that I didn't mess that up, but I didn't. So we are good to go. I don't know, I got one more to do, obviously, for the other wing. Well, is this the right one? Could I have been lucky enough? And maybe this might be left. Yeah, I think this is for this one. So that's cool. So that the other one over there is for the other wing, or for the other tank. So yeah, so I can let that, I'm gonna let this sit and let it dry, or let it set up for a day or so. I am learning ProSeal is like concrete. You don't want to rush it. Let it do its thing, and things will be good. So yeah, so later on I will, yeah, so this is the right, so this is the other tank. So I will get in here, get this one done, and let it sit. Oh, ProSeal, how much? 20 grams is more than enough. You'll have a little bit left over. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. When I say a little bit, I'm meaning like that right there. It's not a whole lot. So that is, you'll have enough to probably do another rivet head. So 20 grams, but it's more than enough. More than enough to do everything that you see here. So yeah, so 20 grams is all you need. Well, with that being said, I've got, talk about hands, I've got to get my guitar nails put on. I've cut them short, but I got to get my guitar nails put back on. So I've got that appointment, yes. Where could I see a piece sticking out there? It makes me a little nervous. It's not, this ProSeal is kind of cool stuff. I just want to make sure it's not, yeah. So it's just a wisp from when you pull it away. It's a very thick material. So yeah, so I got to get this off my hands. Yeah, so let that set up. Hopefully by tomorrow, not hopefully, but by tomorrow when I come back in, that will be ready to go. And then we'll be able to get the tank sealed up. I'm going to set it aside as we discussed earlier. And for those that don't know, I'm going to set these aside, let them set up for about 30 days. And then I'm going to fill them up with water and proceed to look for leaks before I actually cap them off and then call them done. I've got enough other work to do, so it's no big deal. All right, guys and gals. Oh yeah, these outer rivets here, you can absolutely squeeze without an issue. I actually bucked them. It's amazing as we progress how we like that squeezer. I love that squeezer, but now the more I do it, I actually like bucking them because it's quicker. I can put a whole line of them in and go down. And yes, you can actually, I did like half at a time with my rivets, unlike the other time because of the ProSeal. That ProSeal will hold that rivet in there, keep it from vibrating out when you buck it. So yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, you're able to, I was able to buck everything with no issues. So yeah, she's looking at, beautiful tank. Well, enough said. I got to get out of here. I got to clean up the shop and shut things down. And like always, if you have a comment, question, concern, leave it in the comment section. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Leave them to the airplane. All the other stuff, there's other places you can go post that. Don't care, really. So I do care, but not on this one. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns about the airplane or what you're doing, and of course, leave a link to your project. But I'll get back with you. God bless and be safe.